Welcome to Wired In Daily, where we talk about the real. We talk about current events. We talk about sports. We talk about God. We talk about relationships. Make sure you enjoy the video. You like and share, subscribe. Share with your grandma, your mama, your grandpa, anybody in your family and friends. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome back to Wired In Daily. You know we here to talk about the real. We talk about every topic, every current event, anything and everything history. We got to be real. We got to give our input, our opinion on it. Um, in today's world, nobody want to hear the truth. You can't really be opinionated because you could be canceled. And this a channel where we could speak without being judged. We could speak how we feel. We could say anything and everything. We shouldn't be judged on what we think. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's something the world is not real about, and we speak real. That's all we do. Oh my goodness, go good. Um, a topic for the topic today. Um, we are talking about, does the past matter? And most of the times when we hear about the past, we think of body count, you know, how many people you did this to, you know, HJ, BJ, if use your imagination. But when I talk about the past, I'm talking about generational curses, addictions. I'm going even farther than just body counts. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was having a conversation with my wife friend, and she want a guy that's experienced. And one thing about a experienced guy and an experienced woman, um, it comes with baggage. Because at the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, we was meant to be one person. But before we get into that topic, I want to say something that's been on my heart, and I gotta get it off my chest, man. I gotta let y'all know how I feel. A lot of a lot of women say men suck. The dating world suck. And my only reply to those women that's saying that is that go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and blame yourself. You keep choosing the same man with the same traits and personalities with a different face. And that means that it's your fault. And the problem with females is that they think they can change a man. And you cannot change a man if he's not willing to change for himself. I gotta say that to y'all. The reason why the dating world is what it is because y'all allow men that don't deserve the time and day and access, that don't deserve it at all. Y'all give them a chance because y'all think y'all can fix and change that man. And the reality is, and I'm speaking because I used to be that man. I'm speaking and saying that the only way a man can change is first, he has to have the want to change. And I'm speaking because I had a history of playing around with females and playing around, lying, cheating, all that stuff. I put it on the floor like I'm being real about it. And with all that, I'm married with kids, providing for my wife. You know, she my property, y'all. Just want to let you know, my wife is my property, and I take care of her because that's a whole nother. But I take care of her. And I'm saying that to say is that if I can change, because I desire that change, then that man can change. But you can't do that. The problem with females today is that they try to step in the place of a man and you not walking into your role of a woman. And I'm not saying dishes, cleaning. I'm talking about walking the role of a woman, being confident in who you are, walking in your purpose, letting that man walk as being the man and make the mistakes that he made. You don't have to be with him. You don't have to be with a man and he not where he supposed to be. But walk in what you are called to walk in. Don't worry about no man, and that's when your man will come. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. There's nothing wrong with the dating world. It's something wrong with you. You are choosing the same man with a different face and blaming the man because you are so horny to fulfill a feeling or have this idea in your mind fulfilled. And the reality is that man is not a part of your journey. That man is not a part of your journey, and you trying to string along a man and make a man be a man. He ain't want to be. He don't want to be a man. He want to do what he want to do as a boy, as a child. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to know what you grounded in, what your standard is, and most of the time, most women fall for any dude that give them attention because they lack attention when they was younger. They trying to fulfill a void that little girl had. You feel what I'm saying? And then blaming the dating world of reasons why they can't find the right man. I used to tell girls, I'm getting off topic, but I used to tell girls I was talking to, even not being serious, I gave them truth. Hey, I can never satisfy your needs. I can never fill the void that you're looking for. I already knew what it was. And for the man out there that's fighting over females and shooting and killing over females, you're crazy. Why would I fight for a female or, in my life for a female, for somebody like her that's struggling mentally and trying to find out who she is? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I was raised with two parents that gave me that foundation, so I can't blame you. But what I'm saying is, it's men out here that's ending their lives fighting for a female. And when you do that, you in your life. And that same female you fighting for is with the man next door. Or with your homeboy. Man, I'm going to tell y'all a story. When I was in college, I was talking to this girl. Right. I knew she was talking to different guys. That wasn't my issue. I didn't care about none of that. I didn't care about her. I just liked to hang out with her, right? I was so confident in the person I was in. I was so confident that in the truth that I knew, that I still know, but I perverted it in a way because I wasn't doing it to uplift. I was doing it to tear down and take advantage. But I knew she was trying to fill a void. So she had these different guys. She called them little appointments. And one of these times I had went to the store. Man, I knew what it was. And she telling me, are you going to take me serious? Or, And I'm like, listen, I'm not going to take you serious because you got unfinished business with this other guy. And I don't want to interfere with that. It's not saying I was insecure. I was definitely secure. I understood what it was. I understood she had a soul tie. I understood she was trying to fill a void. I understood she was looking for purpose. I understood all that. I'm not about to fight over that. I'm not. He ain't fighting over it. I ain't fighting over it. A man, no. A man, no. So I just want to talk to y'all and just give y'all a little rant. But I want to go into the topic. Does the past matter? And this is one of those things where I'm gonna talk about two instances. The past do matter. It's not just about body count. You need to know If you are marrying this person, if you are sleeping with this person, you need to know what's their background, what's their story, what their family is like. Generational curses is real. A lot of people, I truly believe the reason why is a lot of depression, anxiety, a lot of mental health issues because everybody is sleeping around with everybody and they interlocking with any and everybody, past baggage, things people going through. I was messing with a female in college and I didn't know she struggled with depression. And by not knowing and just doing what I wanted to do, I was feeling depressed. And I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it. So you have to be careful who you land with. You have to be careful who you let who you let have access to your body. Your body is a temple, and you can destroy your temple thinking it's just, oh, this is just casual sex. This is this is something I'm doing. No, when you being intimate in these relationships, you intertwine and y'all becoming one, whether you married or not, on legally. You feel what I'm saying? You intertwining with this person. You start to act like this person. You start to feel what that person feel. Man, I'm telling you, it was things and I was going through that I wasn't going through until I touched the woman that I was talking to. So y'all have to be careful who y'all spend your time with. You know what I'm saying? Um, the past matter in regards of if you building a life with this person, you gotta know this person struggles. A lot of females get in a relationship with guys they don't even know. And then they go years in the relationship, a year, 2, 3 years into it, and be like, man, he just changed out of nowhere. No, he been like that, or she been like that, man. But we just get so horny because they fulfill a feeling at a time, and y'all not look at the future of this person. Y'all don't do your research. One thing is my friend. She call herself an FBI, but she do her background. It'd be too late, but y'all need to be an FBI before. Before y'all be trying to get naked, man. Y'all just be horny to get in the bed, horny to touch each other. Y'all not truly dating and knowing the person. Man, you don't even know what the person, what diseases they could have, and I'm not talking about sexual transmitted disease, but I'm talking about in their bloodline. Do cancer work run through their blood? Do diabetes? High blood pressure. You want to know these things because you interlocking with this person and you had kids with this person. Your kids can get affected by it, bro. Like generational curses and generational diseases are real. And I feel like people just stepping into relationships and stepping into these horny situationships and they not knowing this person. It's just strangers trying to figure it out. And the only thing that's binding y'all is the sex. You don't even truly know the person. I'll be real. I never really cried over a girl because I never they never had me. They never had me. I was just attracted to what was physical. And I'm being real. And like, I don't think people is being real in regards of how to date. I think we just dating because what we see on social media, what we hear, uh, what we hear in music, right? Not just the gurus or influencers on social media, but in music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's important for us to do our research before we step into a commitment. Girlfriend, boyfriend, you need to be doing your research. You know, it was a girl that I was talking to, um, and then she was a friend, but she was saying, in her family, a lot of you know people in her family be unaliving themselves. And it's like, oh shoot, man, that's a spirit, man. So those men that get into that relationship and they had kids, man, that's a spirit. I truly believe generational curses is real. Yes, you have the power to break them, but a lot of people ain't even thinking it on that level. They just quick to get into bed with somebody and call them their girlfriend or their boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just leave it on the flow with this. Be careful or do your research before you try to get butt naked with somebody. Know their history. It's important to know somebody's history. It's important to know who they was laying with because there's spirits and demons and people into stuff that's affecting others and they don't even know what's going on in their mind mentally. In our day and age, mental health is on a rise like we never seen before. And a part of it, I believe, is because everybody is so tied with any and everybody. And everybody is going through what they're going through. You got things they're going through mentally. You got generational curses they're going through. Then you got to deal with the world. Then you got to deal with your things on the job. Like everybody is getting affected and intertwining and being in a triangle or octagon of love. And then at the same time, because y'all doing it wrong and dating wrong, y'all know y'all not gonna be with the person, and y'all just keep moving on to the next person until we get to a point where, man, we can't trust nobody. Nobody trusts nobody in relationships. Nobody. It's no genuine relationships. And then if we're looking for genuine relationships, it's because we've damaged. We so damaged that we get into it that we can't even get our true self to somebody because we didn't gave our pieces of ourselves away. And it's not fair to the person that actually trying to love you. And it's hard for he or she to try to love you because you've been damaged. And that's what nobody talks about. Yeah, y'all can say it's cool to sleep around with a lot of people, but I'm preaching to myself. But at the same time, if you believe in karma or you believe you reap what you sow, there's a harvest that has been sowed. There's a harvest that has grown, and you will have to deal with that. Even if you change your life, there's things that I was doing in my past is now showing up in my marriage. And I'm not even gonna go into that. Even though I came out on top, even though no girl really, you know what I'm saying, took my heart and made me, cry over, it still affected me in a way. And as I'm married with kids, I can see it. So be cautious who you land with. The past matter. Just like a job. You give your resume to your job, look at your resume to determine whether you are a good fit for the job. It's nothing wrong for asking somebody about their past and do a whole evaluation on them. Treat it like a job because marriage is work. A relationship is work. That's the reason why most people don't want to be in a relationship because it requires work. It requires forgiveness. It requires patience. It requires endurance. It requires a mindset to work. And most people don't want to work. So I just want to say, don't get caught up in the one night stands and the vibes. Do your true due diligence and working and understanding somebody's history, whether that's a male or female. A man that's sleeping around with a hundred females, you gonna have problems with that man. Even if that man provides for you. A female that's sleeping around with 100 100 men, you definitely gonna have problems. But do your evaluation. Do your evaluation. That's all I got for y'all. Hey, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you tell your grandma, your daddy, your mama, this is Wired In. And
Week 8, robbery, prom night, interviews, build up, band drums, drum line, stand up, moments, closer. He was ready for the moment, game time getting closer. Everybody kinda nervous, hammer on like a soldier. City team buzz a sub.